What's up, folks? My name is Matthew, aka EZBOT. Saturday afternoon techno stream starts right now. We're going to try and make some techno from scratch using the Digitakt 2, the Digitakt, and the Octatrack with some performance template stuff, as well as the VT4 vocoder, which will be sampling some voice stuff on here to try and get, some repeating vocals for our techno production. We're going to start with some like rumble bass. That's going to be the beginning here. We're going to start with kick and rumble. We're going to try some different methods to making a good rumble bass. I have successfully done it on my Digitakt 2 a couple of times where I was like, this sounds really great. So I'm going to try and replicate that again. It's still a work in progress how to do a good rumble on the Digitakt 2. I think there's lots of different methods to explore, but we're going to explore a resampling method. And yeah, that's going to be kind of like the basis of the stream. Is just getting started with the rumble, and then we'll see where we go from there. Today's stream is, of course, sponsored by DistroKid. DistroKid is an online music distribution platform that can get your music out to everybody very easily. Apple Music, Spotify, all the classic platforms. It's very easy to work with, very affordable, and I like it. I like the people that work there. For real. They're here in Seattle, and good people. So cool company, does a good service for us musicians, especially folks like me who make music in a room in their home instead of a studio. A big studio, that is. But let's get started. Let's take a look at what we got on the table here. Digitakt 2, right here. Warm audio WA11 or 19, WA19, dynamic microphone. We got Roland VT4 here on the left. We have a TD3, which is for some reason not getting MIDI. I need to solve that. We're not going to use it anyway for the stream. We're not going to be doing acid techno. We got a Digitakt over here. We got the Octatrack with the performance template. We got these cool EZBOT magnets that you can pick up from modbang.com. A little bit of whatever debris here on the Octatrack. This is really cool. I'm very excited about that. Finally shipping these out. I also have this great dry erase marker version that you can put on your Octatrack. So you can see it says right on here. You could just spit on your finger and rub it and it would come off, but otherwise it stays on there. You can put your fingers across it, and great for playing a show to remember what you have on different scenes or different patterns and what have you. So excited about that. Modbang.com. Modbang.com. Go there. Check it out. Get yourself a Octatrack magnet. Okay, let's get back into Digitakt 2 techno. I have behind my OBS, which is what I use to get, that's what I'm using for my streaming software. Behind OBS, I have Google Chrome, and I have like this techno raw mix. A couple of different windows I've opened with different playlists of people's favorite techno from 2024. I just put in 2024. That's what we ended up with. And I noticed some of the mixes are pretty muddy. Pretty darn muddy techno. And then some of the mixes were pretty clean. And I'm a clean sounding kind of musician. That's what I want to make. And a lot of people don't mind the muddiness. Raw techno, live, raw techno made with hardware instruments, no post-processing except for what you bring on the table, is a muddy experience. But it doesn't have to be. I think the Digitakt 2 has the tools to keep it nice and clean, and that's how we want it to be today. I want to make clean techno. We're going to use the Digitakt to make some gnarly disharmony that we're going to sequence in small little step sequences, and hopefully that's going to give us the trancey vibe that you get from listening to techno, which is a lot of repeating phrases, right? A lot of quickly repeating phrases. And that's what we're going to do over here. And over here, we're going to do mostly drums, but we'll probably experiment with the comb filter a bit and some LFOs to try and just generate some sort of ambient kind of atmosphere in the background. This is what I made earlier. Just let me show it to you really quick. This is where we were at. I had this little line in here too. Can you hear the rumble? Here's no rumble. No rumble. This is just drums, and then this is with rumble. I could even turn that rumble up for you a little bit. This is all Digitakt 2. Well, there is this happening on the Syntakt, which I think the Syntakt does really great for these kind of sounds. Very techno. Syntakt is a techno. It's perfect for techno, right? So let's make this kind of again, and then add on to it because this is pretty basic. I do want to mention how incredibly needy my dog is today. My dog is so needy. I don't even know what to do about it. It's making me feel awful. It's just, when my dog is this needy, I just feel so emo about my dog. All right, so let's get started. I already picked out some sounds for us on Digitakt 2. We're gonna use this kick to make our rumble. I already have this rumble here. We're just gonna kind of use it to A-B to make sure that I accomplish my goal. You can see this is what it looked like in the end when I was done. So I'm gonna go over to my kick track and let's go through this process of trying to make a rumble on here. We only need to use, well, we'll use 32 steps. And we're gonna go 4 on the floor with our kick. To start it off, I'm at 144 BPM. I do have swing at 56%. We could even go a little bit higher, but then it starts getting real messy. But I think this sounds just fine. I have the swing also at 56% here, and I could put the swing on the Octatrack here, but it won't make that much of a difference, to be honest. Still, the effects on the Octatrack really want to sync at the 1, and the 1's still going to be like in the same spot. So cool. Let's go over here and let's go to our delay, and I'm going to play with my delay. Right now I have the delay. It's already filtered because I was already doing this. So what I'm doing is I'm isolating just the low end on the delay, and we're going to send this kick, like the kick just to the, just max it out. Hear that? That's our rhythm. But I actually want to move. I'm going to try moving these kicks off the 1 and put them right here. Yeah. Makes a similar rhythm, but it's at a slightly different time when we lay the kicks down by doing this. So it's going to make, I don't know, I like the rhythm that this generated a little bit more when I played with this. So I'm just sending a lot of it to the delay right now. And in the delay, okay, like this, we can even send to the reverb. Could sound all right. I don't want any high pass. We're going to do a bunch of stuff to this. We're going to use some distortion on it. We're going to use low pass filter, and we're going to emphasize the low end, and we're going to get rid of those obvious transients. We don't need the width here. There we go. Nice and mono. And we have it on a dotted 8th note. Let's go back here. There we go. Which is the standard delay. We could send it into our reverb too. And then we'd have to go into our reverb and also filter that. That sounds pretty good. Cool. So I like where it's at so far. And we really don't want those kicks in there. Let's just filter the kick out and see what happens. Let's just bring the slow pass down. Rumble. Make it a little more rumbly. Okay, we have created our rumble. Pretty simple. Now we just need to resample it. So I'm going to go into my sampler. I'm going to sample the mains, and we're going to set it to 32 steps, and I'll explain why here in a second. Let's arm it up. So the reason why we want to use 32 steps is because the rumble is not starting on the 1, right? The rumble is starting a little bit later. We're using the delay to create most of the rumble, so we have to wait for it. So our sample isn't going to be useful until like the second bar, basically. And that's what we're going to do. And there's some shortcuts to just making this really easy. So we have it set at 32 steps for the quantized recording in our R length. This is your recording length time. It'll give us a perfect quantized recording. We can even save it and throw it into a time stretch machine and then use it in other tracks, even though it kind of starts to fragment if you use it in too wide of a BPM from the original sample. So keep that in mind. You may have to just do it again. But the process didn't take that long. We're already there. So now we're going to hit yes, or we're going to arm it, which we already did with the H encoder, and hit play. Okay. You can see the beginning here isn't very useful, but the middle is. So we'll save this. We could actually trim it. The thing about the trim in this menu is that it doesn't give you a value. Like, I want it to be perfectly in the middle, but I'm not seeing any numbers to describe that I'm in the middle. So we have to do this outside of the trim and just use the whole sample, which is a bummer because I would rather just cut it in half and take the second half of the sample. But that's fine. That's fine. We're going to be okay. We'll call it Rumble. And we'll put the tempo in so that we know that, because it doesn't work at other tempos. Well, it kind of does, actually. You'll find that it actually does work at other tempos because it creates different rhythms depending on what pitch you use for the rumble. But I know that this one is 144. So Rumble 144. We'll save it, and we'll assign it to 9. Okay. So let's go here. I'm going to move this kick. I'm going to just mute the kick for now. And let's go over here and throw this down and set. What we want to do, I already had it set up this way, but let me show you. What we want to do now that we have the sample, here's what it sounds like. We have to give it some trig length so that it plays for long enough. So let's make the length, this is the retrig menu. Let's make the length be the 2 bars that we're working on, or 16 steps would be fine, actually. There's our rumble. I think it sounds great. It's going to sound really good once we put the kick down. It's turned out really well. Okay, so we got a rumble there. It's playing for 16 steps. We don't want to get that beginning part, even though this is its own rhythm. We could use it as part of the rhythm of the rumble. It'll be fine, but I do like to do this. I just push down on the encoder, and it will snap to the middle position, which is 60. That's the perfect rumble right there. That's really what we want. We just want it to do that. So there we go. Oh, we're on the wrong page. Copy this, go over here. Rumble bass. Done and done, my friends. Rumble bass made from our kick. Let's go over to our kick track now. Move the kicks back to the position they're supposed to be in. And let's just clear out these settings. Clear out these weird settings that I had, all this weird delay stuff. Make our delay go back to normal. Oh, let's undo that. I guess I can't do that. Oh, no. Should be able to. Hold that and hit clear. There we go. Okay. Hold that and hit clear. Okay. We got our kick back. Lovely. I do have the compressor already set up for this, so let's just pretend the compressor wasn't. Clear it out. So no compressor being used at all. We can use the compressor because the sidechain routing on the Digitakt is awesome now. So we can actually use this compressor for like good ducking, just to let different instruments breathe, or, you know, general compression to make your mix sound good, but also just to like let a kick get emphasized and to duck everything around it. We can do this either with the compressor, or we can do this with trigs and one-shot envelopes using the exponential envelope inverted. That would also work, and that's a little bit more surgical and usually my preferred method. But we're going to try it with, we'll try it with the compressor first, and if we like it, we'll just leave it the way it is. But for right now, let's hear what we have, shall we? Unmute this kick. Techno rumble bass. Check this out. Let's just throw down an open hat here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We did it. What is this one? Oh, don't want to do that. Let's stick with these short phrases. This one was really long. 128 steps. Okay. Let's adjust these effects because they're weak. They're weak sauce. Also, sponsor me, Kroger? I guess? It's cheap. It was cheap. Trying to save money. We know what it's like out there. It's crazy out there. How does anybody save any money? It's impossible. Choked on something. Okay. We're looking at our effects section right here, and like when I start a new project on the Digitakt, Syntakt, Octatrack, Rhythm, Analog 4, Digatone, Model Cycle samples, I don't care what it is. On any device, honestly, but on any of these boxes, I go in and I adjust the delay, the reverb immediately. I like ping pong delays, and I like huge reverbs. I'd rather just send a little bit of reverb than have to soak the reverb and have the time be short. That's the kind of just sound that I enjoy. I enjoy listening to it, and I enjoy making music that uses it. So let's do that first. We're looking at our reverb right now. You can use the arrow keys now to navigate between these, which is awesome. Makes me wish, Syntakt, I wish it had all the Digitakt 2 stuff the Digitakt 2 has, except for the bugs. Let's bring up this feedback. We're looking at our delay right now. We don't want to go too high on the feedback because you will create a feedback loop. The delay will just go on endlessly, and we don't want that. I'm going to turn ping pong on, turn the width up almost all the way, and filter a little bit of the high end and remove some of that low end because I don't think it removes enough of the low end by default. Then I'm going to move down to my reverb, and we're just going to crank that decay up. I'm going to bring it up to like 110, and we're going to do the same thing with our reverb. I'm going to remove some more of that low end because I want my low end to be the rumble bass. That's going to be the low end. That's the bed of the track is the rumble, and we're just going to leave that alone and let it occupy the low end, and then we'll take everything up from there up with other sounds. Lots of high-end stuff with hi-hats, and we're going to avoid using claps and snares. Maybe we'll throw a clap down. Maybe. We're going to avoid it as long as we can because I've noticed a lot of the raw sounding techno that people are playing at hardware shows, which is what I'm trying to emulate here, do not have anything on that 5 or 13 step in the sequence. They don't have anything on that quarter note beat. And maybe they do bring it in at some point, but like way later into a song. So we're just going to avoid it for right now. We're not going to put anything down. But now when I listen to track 6, which is absolutely soaked in reverb, actually we'll just bring the reverb down so that we can really hear what happened with these adjustments that we made. Yeah, there's that space we wanted. We got a nice hard-hitting kick. We got some decent rumble bass. Let's go over to our rumble, turn up the distortion on a little bit more. Yeah. Make sure I'm not clipping, because I know low-end stuff has a hard time with that. Nope. We don't have to keep this kick. We could use a different kick if we want. The kick is very punchy. Very punchy indeed. Really do feel like I accomplished my goal so far. All right, let's try going to our compressor. Let's go into the compressor routing section. Compressor routing, function, filter, takes you to compressor routing. I do want to point this out. This I think is really cool. There's some stuff in Digitakt 2 that like it hasn't been pointed out by Elektron or by anyone that I've seen so far, that I'm just coming across these like quality of life features that don't exist in any bot other than maybe the M8. The M8 does a really good job of just having some like cool, like, I thought ahead for you, you know, when you resample something, I'm going to create an instrument for it and set it at unity gain for you. That's something like the M8 does, and it's like Tim thought ahead, right? Elektron's doing the same thing. So check this out. If we like are on the filter window, but we want to change the filter, we know we have to go into the machine window to change the filter. But if I have filter selected first and then hit source, it takes me straight to the filter change instead of to the machine change. But if I am selected on source and then I select function source, it takes me to the machine change instead of the filter. Dope. So it knows you want to change your filter because you're selected on filter and then hitting machine. That's new. That's new to the whole ecosystem of Elektron. And I hope that this continues and they add that to all sorts of machines. It's awesome. You know, it's awesome just to have those well thought out shortcuts to just making music faster. Digitakt 2 is really, and the more I play with it, the more I'm discovering these little teeny things in it that like they just must have been thought about for so long by the Elektron engineers before they were like, we can finally implement these ideas into our new line of boxes, right? Very cool. So if I select filter, hit function source, we can change the filter out. We're using this low pass 4 right now on our Rumble. And it was already kind of like, you know, I did it with you, but we set it up this way. It was already set on the low pass 4. I didn't mean to have it already set up on the low pass 4. You can't use the EQ here so much because the EQ is still, it doesn't, you know, the multi-mode filter would work. We could have used the multi-mode filter and then dialed in the mode so that it's just like this, perhaps. But it's such a sharp cone, you know? Let's see how this sounds. Oh, surely we clipped. I think the multi-mode filter does a better job of emphasizing the low frequencies, but I like the low pass 4 filter on the Digitakt 2 better. Like I just like that filter sound better. Let's get back to how it sounded. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. We don't have to use this big old hat. What do I have on here? Another? I feel like that one should be over here. So let's go copy, paste. And then we'll replace this one. Okay. Dial in that rumble. Police, the kick is too much. You want to should we change the kick? Is that what you're saying? Because I really don't mind changing the kick. How's that? That's more raw techno sounding, I think. All right, we were talking about the compressor before. Let's get over to the compressor. So we now have compressor routing, which is cool, right? So I have the kick, which is on the 1, not going to the compressor, right? We don't want to compress the kick if I'm going to use it as a sidechain source. So that's why you have to remove it from the compressor if you're going to use it as a sidechain source, because then you'll duck your own kick on itself, which makes no sense. So this is what we have set up right now. You can see the MIDI tracks and the audio tracks, which is cool. So now let's go over to our compressor, function mod to go into the compressor, and let's select our sidechain source as track 1, and we don't need to use the sidechain filter. And let's bring the attack down, the release down. I don't care much about the ratio. I don't even need that much gain from it or anything. You can hear the kick is ducking everything. Slightly emphasizing the hats. I could make it not compress the hats with the sidechain filter. Seems to work all right. Dry wet. That's how you do a little compressor check here. Okay. You rarely want your compressor to sound like very obvious. You want it to be like, oh, it obviously sounds better. But you don't want it to be like the sound is different. You know what I mean? Unless you're trying to use a compressor in a sound design fashion. Right now, we're just trying to make it so our kick cuts the mix a little bit. Yes. Is a Kai machine. I don't know what that means. Okay. So we have our hat. We have some reverb on our hats. We made a rumble bass, which is the ultimate goal of today's stream. And now we need to have, you know, some more stuff happening. So let's jump over to the syntax. And we're just going to make some, I'm going to just record some of this kind of action and mess with the machines. Here, that'll work for me. Function, yes, and let's mess with this. Techno sounds, right? We want to move the rhythm around. We can go to our LFO if we want. I like to do this where I go to the amp volume with my LFO, set it to trig mode, and go to like a square wave. Because you can get some nice rhythms here. There's actually something really nice about that one right there. Something that I really liked in some of the techno production I was listening to before I started the stream was that they still would use chords sometimes, but there would, there still needs to be some sort of synthy melodic element to it, whether it is in key or in tonal, like, or in tonal, in harmonic, I mean, or atonal. That's what I meant to say. It does need to be there, because right now just this, even though this works, you know, if we were to like do some like high pass filter with delay, and I was maybe just to add a bunch of delay to this. Here we go. Like, that would work. If I threw in like some faster hats that came in with the kick right there, that probably would have sounded really good. We could have done that. But let's get like some sort of something happening. So something I want to explore is going to the chord machine and setting up a small pattern of chords and then just having them sound totally whack, like completely out of key. Right now we're not playing in any key at all. There's no key happening here. So for the key of our kick, whatever the kick was in, which was probably tuned to C, maybe. We'll find out. So let's go here, change this to a chord machine, and make it a really short sequence. Make this match what we got going on the Digitakt too. We'll go like 5 steps. Buchla style. So much bass response. Let's high pass that bass. Okay. Actually, I don't even need to copy it. Let's just like bunch of random chords, and we'll just kind of filter this out until it sounds like techno, I guess. Could even use this filter. Turn up that envelope depth. I mean, it's just a bunch of random chords, but to me it sounds like... Send it to the effects block, do a little bit of ducking on that. Don't know if I like this so far. Actually, it sounds kind of like... Maybe it's because of the 5 steps. Oh, wait. Is that set on 13 steps there? That's better. Layer some. All right, let's. What's up? Damn, why I sell my Digitakt? Yeah. Digitakt is the only thing keeping me from modular. It does everything I want so far. It does a lot, that's for sure. You ever hear trying to do drums in modular and failing? Yeah, it's so tough. I was playing with my modular system just before the stream. I was like, do I want to play with this on stream today? And the ROSM assimilator hooked up over MIDI with a Locutus and a NerdSeek. And then I was like, I don't remember how to use my assimilator because I never use it. And I was like, oh my God, I have to like relearn the device. And I don't want to do it. I wonder if I show my Digitakt on a weekly basis. I hope not. Layer some analog kick on the Digitakt. That's an idea. But will be hard pressed to find a machine as capable for the insane price I found it for, especially if I want to keep analog oscillators in my sound. Yeah. I was having a similar debate, not about selling my Digitakt, I would never do that, but about using my Digitakt with my Digitakt. I was kind of pondering, what if I used like a multi-timbral synthesizer like the Melbourne Nina, which I've brought up before, or the Iridium Core is a pretty small footprint, although very menu divey from what I've seen compared to the larger Iridium. But just to have like Serum, basically, without my computer, because I just don't want to use my computer. That's just what I'm avoiding, right? I just want the tactile control, but I would love to use Serum with my fingers. That would be cool. So I feel like the Iridium would kind of cover that, and I could get all the classic techno sounds if I wanted to make techno. But I get every sound, right? It's got multi-samples, I believe, in it as well, which could be really cool. I like the sound of the streamlined 4-operator FM subtractive hybrid workflow. Love the timbres it can produce and polyphony. Personal taste. I love, yeah, Digitone, for sure. Digitone is awesome. All right, let's get back to this. Just wanted to check in. All right, so this is what we have so far. I think it sounds pretty clean. I don't know how much I care for this. There's some other things I'd like to do, like maybe if I wanted to add something that sounds a little bit more like a Moog sound with like maybe an ARPy type sound, because I really like that sound. That to me never sounds as like techno as some other techno stuff can sound. We'll see. Maybe we should play with the comb filter. This is all quite experimental. We nailed the Rumble so quickly. I wasn't expecting it to just work out so well, but it did. It did. So now we know Digitakt 2 just kills it with the Rumble bass. Let's kill this for a second. Move over to another track. Try something else. Let's try the Swarm engine. Go with a really short sequence, or go with like 8 steps here. Let's see. Filter frequency. too. All right, we need more hat action. Yeah, let's program some drums. Okay. What else did I actually hit? This thing? No? Ah! Or do it again. It's a different drum sound. That part? Let's quantize this. Get that rumble up. Don't duck the 5 steps riff. There's this folder on the Digitakt 2 called Textures. to explore that folder. Let's check out the textures folder really quick, because I've not played on it yet. One Shot Machine. Let's just go down to some samples. Let's just go to the next section here. And factory, textures, noise. Okay, noise submarine. Sure. Let's put that on a few steps here and just make this be 16 steps and play with that for a second. Probably play with the comb filter. Second. This is the kind of like raw techno that I hear people doing on their modular systems usually. back to the page 8. Copy. Did you know that's what that did? When you hold this down, this jumps you to the pages. Isn't that wonderful? And you probably already knew that. Let's throw these like muffled kicks in there. One I don't like is this. That first two kick phrases, the first two bars of the kick pattern. Second LFO spreading that out to the D tune. Hear what it sounds like when we put the 513 down here. I feel like it works on the 9. What up, Circo? We did a 5-step pattern already. Earlier. Alright, we'll do what... Let's do what Circo says. Circo. Try the toy. We're not in C major, but C does fit the best here, I think. Single tone that's 5 steps long? Oh, to do this, you mean? Something do that for us. Free running, I guess. Playing with this for a while. to like do this, so go into track mode here, the function yes, we can go. Kind of like go to filter maybe. Sounds like techno to me. Let's get a voice in here. Later. Yo, 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 yo. Okay, we need to sound very
Fairy techno.
We're not gonna say the word techno. All right, give it about here. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Talking to my dog right now. It's weird how on the spot it feels when I'm trying to find like a some sort of techno line. I mean, what would be a good techno line?
I don't know, kind of saying something. Maybe we don't want all that effect on it. Maybe we
Robot.
What? Did that work? What's wrong with me? I can't pick that? God damn it. We could try comb on this. Bass sound is so sick. Nasty. Yes. Short percussive works better than legato. Welcome to Xenon. Save this. Yeah. Pop Bebop from scratch. Yeah. Kroger. Probably some evil company. Don't sponsor me, Kroger. Here. Actually, it doesn't sound so bad right there. Okay. Techno. We definitely made techno today. But we could explore something else. So here's an idea. Check this out. Let's go to track 16. Let's turn on the Euclidean sequencer. Boop. Turn that sucker on. Let's keep the step count down to like 10 or something. Let's put down some trig. Oh, let's turn off the sequencer really quick. We got 10 steps we're going to work with. So okay, it's already set to 10 because they work together, the Euclidean and the page scaling. And then let's go like this. Right? 10 steps. We already got a cool sound. I forgot. I was making some techno earlier. So let's go like... Copy, paste. Yeah. Copy, paste. Paste. You know, you can solo on the Digitakt, but you can't without an external controller set to sending a CC to the Elektron boxes. It's unfortunate. Oh man. No way. Hold on a second. No. Anyway, back to the Euclidean sequencer idea. So far it sucks, because I don't like what this sounds like. So far this idea sucks. Sometimes things suck. What are you gonna do? Chords and stabs? Sure. Nothing like throwing some cowboy trumpet into your techno track. Let's just wipe it really quick. The point I was gonna make before I got distracted by all the buttons and knobs and stuff that I could press on these machines was that you could put down pitch information and then go into your Euclidean sequencer and turn it on and then play with your Euclidean sequencer live, right? Boop. Throw some steps in there. Do whatever. And you can create a rhythm this way, kind of like what you would do with like an Oxy 1 or Hapax or TS1, T1. Turn this down a little bit before we clip. You try and get me to go Phrygian? I don't swing Phrygian. That was like, how many music jokes in one sentence? Swing Phrygian? Cool. Yeah, let's get out of here and let's pan these. I love to pan stuff. Let's just go like this and just make this like really pop. Pop. You know what I'm saying? Back to here in Euclid mode. Now we have like a little melodic thing that we can play with live. Now we can mute these. Did not have much of an impact. I really wish it did. Let's try it again with a different sound. Cool. Sounds good. All right. I have to do my thing that I want to do, which is my sponsorship with DistroKid. And thank you all for hanging out while I do that, because it will only take a minute, and everybody should check it out anyway, because DistroKid is rad. And then get back to music production, and then take the dog for a walk. So, DistroKid, our lovely sponsor. DistroKid, thank you for sponsoring these streams and helping me pay for bills. Here we go. Wow, it looks all weird. Can we fix that? Is that better? That is better. Okay. Check it out. This is these are the stats section on DistroKid. This happens to be my little baby record label. It's so tiny. But you can see the stats section. So let me tell you what DistroKid is really quick, right? DistroKid is music distribution software, online software platform you can use from either an Android or iPhone app, or you can use from your web browser, upload stuff, has mastering, has all sorts of great stuff to help you share your music with other people, graphic design, some of it I'm sure is AI generated, but also has some like video stuff that just syncs to little videos that you can upload, or that it has provided for you. A lot of cool stuff that DistroKid does, but it also has all these great analytics. And right now you can see Modbang Records right here. And I can choose if we wanted to look at the analytics for iTunes, or say the analytics for Apple Music, which is what we have Modbang Records, this album, or this this artist, so to speak. This is also mine, so it's got EZBOT and Modbang Records both on the same platform. So you can do that. You can have multiple artists on a single DistroKid platform, which is cool. So if you wanted to have like an alternate artist name that you use for a different kind of music, you can do that on your same DistroKid account and see the graph all sorts of stats for that separately. So right now we're just looking at Modbang Records. You can see we released this cool album called Beat Blitz. And you can see all the streams that it got, 1,000 streams in June, which is really cool. And you can see it kind of dropped down, but then the streams went back up a bit, you know, in May, which is cool. That some people were listening to it again. But yeah, we have 2 albums so far on the Modbang Records. On Modbang Records. 2 different albums. One of them is Beat Blitz, which is the drum and bass compilation. And then another one is the synthwave compilation that we did. And you can check that out on Spotify or Apple Music or Amazon Music or Deezer or any of those streaming platforms. And DistroKid will help you do that. This is just what I wanted to show today, is that you can check out all of your stats, and you can also do it from an iPhone or Android app, which I think is great. So yeah, and if we change it over to iTunes, we can display that. Different information looks like maybe this one didn't get, or it's not getting my information from iTunes, because I know it is on iTunes. Let's see if Apple Music has any information. There we go. Apple Music. There we go. So here's the information for Apple Music. You get to see separately all your streaming data. You'd also see sales if you sold some tracks on here. So anyhow, that's cool. DistroKid sponsors these streams. This is the kind of stuff that they offer for you. Upload albums, start a record company. You can do anything you want using DistroKid. And it's really, really cheap. It's only like $20 a year. Or $20 forever? Or is it a year? I should figure that out. I need to remember. You get 100% of your earnings as an artist. They go right to you. So you just pay for the subscription. They don't take any of the money that you make from any royalties, because you already only get pennies anyway. And that's it. DistroKid, thank you for sponsoring these streams. Now let's say what's up to the chat. What's going on? I hope you're all proud of me for my techno. Because I often, most times that I try and make techno, you find me finding my way into electronica. Because that's what I do. That's the stuff I make. Someone said, now how about an electronica track from scratch? I think they said, which is what I usually do on these streams, because that's what I just naturally make. But I think that we actually made, this was trance, so maybe closer. I don't know about this being trance. That's not trance. That's I'm offended by that. That does not sound like trance to me. And if we heard this on a system, I'm not really offended. It's fine. You can think whatever you want. If we heard this on a system with subs and everything, this stuff you'd be vibrating. This would take the screws off of whatever metal that you have in your body. This would make you fall apart, basically. I have metal in my body. Sounds like proper techno to me. The synth line crossed it. Oh, well, we're not listening to the synth line right now. Oh, you mean this? I think techno has stuff like that. It's like 2 notes. How did dog hair get up there? What's the compressor doing? Do a big old build up. This is totally inappropriate for the song, but go ham, right? Here we go. There's a couple of rhythms in the kick track I don't like. We move that a little bit. A little further. Yeah. Get that one out of there. Yeah, I don't like that one, I think. Just reading these comments. Padlock said, giving a shit about what a scene thinks of your music is a one-way street to making music that fits inside a stylistic box and has no adventurous thoughts to it. I like that. I like that, Padlock. I like that. I like that a lot. What if I made the lead more staccato? You talking about this lead over here? Like that? What do you think? Is that what you were thinking? break my neck. That made that really stereo. This needs reverb. Oh, that's a good one for this. That's actually kind of nice. Like, if I just made it 128 steps long and just kind of had those notes every once in a while. Dun, 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 dun. Just as like a flourish. I think that makes sense. Let's go with this Euclidean sequencer. We'll take these 3 steps. Okay. Damn it. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Oh, no. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Oh my god, did I... that needs to be like. Let's see. What is up with that? Why it's not smooth like a. Goodness. That worked. Alright, what if we try... Let's try it. Let's try the clap. Let's see what happens. Let's put a real clap in here. I don't know how I feel about having a clap in here. It's very dancey. Kind of takes away from the vibe. What about a small clap mirroring the kick line on top of it? Is my camera like think someone else is in the room? Is there a ghost or something? What? A small clap. That's not small. We can make it smaller. Mirroring the kick. I do like that. Good call. Definitely adds to the kick experience. Yeah. Nice. One, two, three, four. I mean, I'm just trying out random effects here. A lot of that did not sound good. That didn't sound right at all. I swear I can't even hear this. Doesn't do anything. I mean, I kind of hear it. Maybe we just put it all the way on the right or something. That's good for like an interlude, I think. Like a breakdown and then like... Let me get that out of there. Like these two together would be a nice breakdown. Before we go back in and maybe bring in... Okay, hear me out. So here's the idea. Here's how the song will go. We're calling it a song now. It's achieved that status. Okay. Give it one little... Okay, here's how the song starts. We start off with like this little 5-step opener that Circo pointed out. Then we cue this up. Should have brought the hat in with it. God damn it. Try that again. Let's go like this. We'll bring the kick and the rumble in with the hat. Okay. We let this like jam on for a little while. We can sound design on this. Function yes. use some effects, I think, to bring this stuff in. We're going quickly. We're going through it quickly right now. And then we have like a break, like where it go. Damn it. Yeah, this is what I meant to do. We break down to this. This would be better with some to do a resample and then have it loop so that I could cue all of those things up. That's what a looper is for on the Octatrack or in my performance templates. You resample, grab an 8-bar segment of that, let that repeat for a little bit, and then we could fade over to this. And this is our breakdown. Something like that. Definitely need more practice with it to figure it out. Nasty. Nasty. Cool. We did it, folks. We made techno from scratch together, live on stream with your help. Thank you very much for everybody who had suggestions and ideas. I did my best to try your suggestions and ideas because I think that's cool. I think that's awesome to collaborate with people who love techno or love, whatever kind of music we're making in our stream today, whichever we end up doing. We actually made techno today, which is very difficult for me because I constantly want to make electronica or stuff with chord progressions. That's just what my ear wants to do. I'm gonna not make techno next time, and I think I'm gonna focus on making some like drum and bass on maybe the M8. Because we do have the M8 Model 2 here, which is so sick. Look at it in its glory. Oh, just lovely. A lovely, lovely piece of equipment. We showed it off on stream. This is mine. It gets warm. It gets very warm. I have some lovely electronica type tunes that I've been writing on here in between doing other things like on my computer. It's kind of what I love having about this. Let's talk about some live shows. We got live shows coming. We got a lot of live shows coming up here in Seattle and then some in Portland. That Modbang's putting on and help with Blake's helping out with that big time, being the MC for Modbang Portland, which is awesome. But let's take a look. So we have a show coming up for sure. Modbang. Oh, can't see it very well. Let's move it over here. Check it out. Here's another Modbang show. Thank you to Hecklifter for making this lovely poster graphic. Modbang, this last Tuesday of the month, June 24th at 7 p.m., free show, hardware electronic music, no computers allowed. No computers, get them out of here. Starting with Techfro, then CM Barth, Cynthiac, and then closing us out will be Mycorrhiza. It's going to be a great show. Every one of these musicians are great performers, and I don't think I've seen Techfro, but I have listened to their music, but I haven't seen Techfro live. But everyone else I've seen live, and I'm excited to give Tech Fro a go at the old Modbang show. That didn't mean to rhyme, but that did. I didn't mean to do that. So come on out to the 4Bs here in Seattle on June 24th at 7 p.m. There's also another show. We don't have a poster for it quite yet. That's going to be at Patchworks in Seattle. The lovely synth shop in Seattle, Patchworks, which is now open 4 days a week. I believe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday between 3 o'clock and 6 p.m. You can head on to Patchworks and go to their gigantic showroom and look at the synthesizers there. There's lots of synths to look at. It's a great shop. You should check out Patchworks. There's going to be a show on the Saturday after the solstice with a ton of performers at Patchworks from 1 to 6 p.m., I want to say. Yeah. A lot of performers. Go ahead and check that out. And then I'm playing a show at the end of the month at a roller rink. As lovely to say as that is, it's a modular on the spot show, and they're taking over a roller rink and putting a show on in the center of the roller rink. And I'm stoked to be a part of that as well. That's going to be a really cool show. So come on down to the Southgate roller rink if you want to see a bunch of modular folks and me, who may be using modular or not. They said I don't have to, so I'll probably use my Elektron gear because that's what I like to perform on. That I don't know the date. I don't have the deets for that on the top of my head, but I will on the next stream. I'll point that one out. So come on, check it out. Otherwise, I will see y'all on Tuesday for another stream where we might be checking out the Polyend Tracker Plus or the M8 Model 2, or doing more Elektron stuff, or maybe playing on Push 3, or maybe the modular. I haven't decided yet. There's a lot of stuff. Or talking about Octacosm and performance template stuff. Again, I do want to point out that if you want to get yourself some of these cool magnet strips, they go on your Octatrack, and you can write on them. Modbang.com. Check it out. They are in stock and available right now, as well as performance template stuff. This one's not available because I haven't manufactured it. That's the hybrid template. But performance, here's the Techno template, which is actually out of stock. Ultimate Effects template you can get. Anyway, all of the performance templates that I've made for the Octatrack, many of them are currently available as magnets. Some of them are only available as stickers, but the magnet ones are what I'm going to continue manufacturing. I'm not going to make any more stickers because I don't like peeling the sticker off my Octatrack. Don't like how it feels. I don't like how long it takes, and it's a pain in the butt. So magnets from now on, no more stickers. So check that out at modbang.com if you want to do that. And I have some other goodies coming down the line for your other Elektron boxes like Digitakt, Syntact, Digatone, some modular stuff. Got some cool plans, some cool ideas, and engineering some cool MIDI stuff as well. So look forward to that. If you want to support this channel, visit patreon.com/EZBOT and go ahead and join the Patreon if you'd like. It's free. You can also join on a paid tier, which I would appreciate very much because that puts food on the table. But you can also just like this video or put a nice comment down below, or a not nice comment that I can delete later. Or not delete, I don't know. We'll see. Depends on how rude you are. But you could leave something nice down there. That'd be really nice. Something nice, that'd be really... Leave a nice comment. That'd be really great. My name's Matthew, aka EZBOT. I'll see you all next time for the next stream. Gotta go walk the dog. Take care.